More comedy? Alright, let's all get up for Tyler, everybody.
Right out of the gates, I'm sorry, this is more comedy happening. Only like 5 or 10 more minutes, but it's fine. You guys, I was thinking about what is the longest feeling in the world? Is there anything that feels longer than watching a comedian perform poorly for 5 to 10 minutes? And the answer to that question is no. Like, there's nothing that feels longer. So, like, when David was not doing well, and when I'm inevitably not going to be doing well, I'm doing you guys a service. Like, I'm making your night better and your life better because I'm extending your time on this earth to enjoy being alive, okay? You guys are welcome, huh? I do this for the people, and mostly because I need affirmation like 100% of the time. But we don't need to discuss that, right? Don't worry, this is not going to be the worst that I've had this week. That is only funny to comedians. And it will only ever be funny to comedians. So, I guess everybody here is kind of like an artist. I'm actually a pretty well-accomplished artist. I'm a published poet. You might have heard of one of my poems. It's pretty famous. It's called The Road Less Traveled by Robert Frost. I get a lot of street cred for it. Yeah, I wrote it. I did. I drew this painting too. Yeah, it just happens to look exactly like Starry Night by Van Gogh, but just copy. Not gonna swear. Not gonna swear. There's a child in this audience, huh? Is he a mature baby? Can he handle curse words? I'm not gonna swear at him. I'm just curious. Like, I don't need to swear. I refuse to. I'm just curious. Like, is he hip with the world? Does he do drugs? What's he into? Is he a drug doing baby? Oh, he looks kind of like he's tweaking out right now. So maybe was doing some drugs. I'm not sure where this set's going ever. Don't worry. I'll do a nice tight. He said no more than 10 minutes. Yeah, I'll do a nice tight 10 to 58 or so. Let's do comedy. Let's do this. I have a new policy in my life, everybody. I no longer let drunk people whisper secrets directly into my ear for a couple reasons. The first being, drunk people are terrible at whispering. Like, usually they just end up yelling louder in my ear than how they were talking before. Like, that's not how you spread a secret. But most importantly, I don't let drunk people whisper secrets directly into my ear, because drunk people tell the worst secrets. It's always something like, "Hey Tyler, I just peed in my pants." I'm like, "Dude, I know, I was giving you a piggyback ride." Kind of ruined that experience for both of us. Yeah, I won't even take laughs right now. If you could just kind of nod at me and acknowledge that we're both humans, that's sufficient. Like, I don't even need, like, actual laughter. Just be like, "Hey, you're struggling through something. I've done that before, too." Like, just go on with your eating. Is that delicious? Are those croutons delicious? Because that's all you have on your plate is croutons. Just like, "I'm a man that only eats hard bread. Put it on my plate." I assume you ate everything around it. I'm not judging you. I'm not a dick like David, right? Yeah, yeah. He goes up on stage just to be like, "Hey, your life is incorrect." I would never put that on him. Your life's correct. You got croutons. You got coffee. I assume it's still hot. You're getting it done, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. This is what I like to call pandering to one guy in the audience.
But I'll laugh.
You will laugh. I won't. It's fine. I'm gonna mention some adult subjects, so hopefully that kid's... Oh, he's gone? He's gone? I chased him away? Yeah. You don't bring kids to an art gallery open mic music festival, hell no. I'll get rid of him. That's alright, he was probably tripping balls off like some weird kid drugs. Like Pedialyte. Like melted and warm Pedialyte. Okay. I'll just go for like two more minutes because I just want to do these awful things. So I assume everybody here is familiar with the concept of a happy ending. You know, if not, I'll explain it very briefly, and I'll be very polite about it because I see a lot of people here. A happy ending occurs when, at the end of a massage, a man, against his will, is manually stimulated by the masseuse until he obtain sexual pleasure. I'm sorry I looked at you when I said all of that. That's what a happy ending is. But I feel like a happy ending at the end of a massage is totally unnecessary, because a massage is already like a pretty great experience. Like, you don't need anything at the end of a massage to enhance it and make it better. That's why I think they should leave happy endings for the end of terrible human experiences. Like, imagine how much better it would be if you knew after your visit to the dentist's office that you were in store for like some special treat. Like, we'd all start looking forward to root canals, and like our discussions with our friends would change, be like, oh man, dude, I just lost 3 of my teeth. Be like, oh, you lucky son of a bitch. It's like, yeah, I also just started brushing my teeth with melted Skittles. I plan on getting gingivitis. Am I the only one? Am I alone in that? Look, I'm sorry, everybody. Don't worry, someone's going to come up here and he's going to do an acoustic cover of Bizarre Love Triangle by New Order, and we'll all be happy. We'll all be freaking ecstatic about it. That's what we want. Alright, I'm very selfish. I'm going to do one more, just because I want to see if I can get anything out of it. I don't know if it's a terrible joke. It probably is. I'm sure we've all heard of somebody when you try and talk about the homeless, and you want to give money to them. No, you shouldn't give money to the homeless. They're just going to use that money on drugs and booze. It's not like I'm going to use that money on anything that much better. Like, maybe I'm not going to use it on drugs or booze, but I have a strong desire to buy a hat with a built-in mustache. And like, I can already grow a mustache. Like, that's so unnecessary of a thing. And it's, we're only giving them like, at most, like a couple bucks. It's like, what other options do they have with that money? Like, we're not giving them enough to really get their life together. It's like, hey, there's a $5 bill. Now you can finally go out there and buy that family and that home you've been talking about. You're welcome, sir. Like, maybe if we're giving them substantial things, like maybe if we were giving them like a Best Buy franchise and they were to squander that cash on like drugs and booze. You guys are such a tremendous audience. I'm gonna leave. Hey, thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you.